Okay, in this video, we're just going to try to make sense of the fundamental theorem part 1, which was proved in the previous video. Recall that the fundamental theorem states that the derivative of the accumulation function will be equal to the function evaluated at x. So someone, I don't know who, created a really wonderful set of applets on GeoGebra. And I really like this one because it's going to go back to the applet we discussed for the area accumulation function. And we're going to try to represent what this theorem is telling us. So notice that on the left, we have a function f of t. The t-axis is given as the x-axis, the horizontal axis, and x is the upper limit of integration. So as x varies, we accumulate area. Right? So this accumulation function we've discussed before. So when x is 2 here, from 1 to 2, the area accumulation function would give us a value of the area of that trapezoid. And as x changes, we get different values of the area. In the graph in the middle, the red dot corresponds to when x is a particular value. That red dot gives us the value of the area accumulation function. So if you notice when I have it here, when on my left graph, x is at 2 along the t-axis. In the middle graph, we get a point. When x is 2, y is about 1.8. That represents the area of the trapezoid on the left. If I move x to 3, in the middle graph, when x is 3, y is equal to 2. That means the area of the trapezoid is 2 units. And now we're going to show on the third graph, we're going to differentiate, right? Recall what the fundamental theorem says. If we take the derivative of this accumulation function, this is the function in the middle graph, then we should get the original function whose accumulation we're finding. So we should expect to get back the original function, which is the leftmost graph, that line, right? So the entire integral here, the accumulation function is the middle graph, where the input is x and the output is area accumulated underneath lowercase f of t, and this function is the one on the leftmost graph. And when we take this derivative of this integral, we should get the original function back. So let's see how that happens. Let me go back to our diagram. So remember when I move x, right? The line here, that's lowercase f of t. The graph in the middle is the accumulation function, integral from a to x of f of t dt. Now we're going to take the derivative, which means that we're going to record slopes of tangent lines of the middle graph. We're going to graph those derivatives, those slopes of tangent lines. So if you notice here, when x is 3, I'll move it over here. When x is 3, accumulation function gives us a y value of 2. That means the area of the trapezoid is 2. The slope of the tangent line here is 1.5. So in the third graph, when x is 3, we see a yellow point at the altitude of 1.5 that represents, well, you might not see it. Let me move it over a little bit. That represents the slope of the tangent line, right? So one more time. When x is 3, we have accumulated area from a to 3. The middle graph, that parabola gives us the area, the values of the area, different values of x. When we pick x equals 3 and we take the slope of the tangent line, that slope is about 1.5. And in the third graph, we are graphing x versus the slope of the tangent line, so the derivative of the accumulation function. Now we're going to let x vary. So as I let x vary, the middle graph shows us tangent line and the value of the function, the area function, and the one on the very right side is going to take the derivative of the accumulation function. So I'm going to keep varying x and take a look at the third graph. Notice that in the third graph, we obtain the original function. This function is the same as this line, right? So we accumulated area over here, took the derivative of that, and we end up with the same function. So for a specific value of x, now x is our independent variable along the x-axis, we get the y value is the slope of the tangent line at a specific point of on the accumulation function. And that is what this fundamental theorem is saying, that when we take the derivative with respect to x of the accumulation function, we get the original function back. So in some way, the derivative of the integral kind of undo each other. And we have found this area accumulation function then becomes, so this function then is an antiderivative that we have constructed of f of t, because when we take its derivative, we get the original function back. So that's why the fundamental theorem part 1 is called a construction theorem. We are constructing, this is an antiderivative of f of x. We have constructed an antiderivative because when we take its derivative, we get f of x back. Okay, in the next video we'll explore. We'll do a couple of examples, and then we'll follow with an exploration of part 2 of the fundamental theorem of calculus.